Hello, mighty companions. Tamsin, here to share the truth. We have come to review 3 in the course, review period 3. So I'm going to read the review 3, and then we will move into lesson 120. So once we hit review 3, we have lessons 111 through to lesson 120 that are for morning and evening review, and we're reviewing 2 of the prior course lessons. So let's hear what the review has to say here in sunny Delta, Colorado. It's a beautiful day. All right. Our next review begins today. We will review 2 recent lessons every day for 10 successive days of practicing. We will observe a special format for these practice periods that you are urged to follow just as closely as you can. You joining me, love?
Okay.
We have Miss Mica, Alexi Rabel joining us in the garden, but she's not going to be here. She's over there. All right. Continue on. That you are urged to follow just as closely as you can. We understand, of course, that it may be impossible for you to undertake what is suggested here as optimal each day and every hour of the day. Learning will not be hampered when you miss a practice period because it is impossible at the appointed time. Nor is it necessary that you make excessive efforts to be sure that you catch up in terms of numbers. Rituals are not our aim and would defeat our goal. So what I'm hearing there is the ego can even come in studying truth, because I'm going to start feeling guilty that I've missed my hourly practice period and my half-hour practice period, and if I've missed 1 or 2 or 10, my ego's going to be like, yeah, see, you're not very disciplined, and then we go into guilt. We have enough guilt we came in with, we don't need to add more, is what I just heard, pretty much. Okay. But learning will be hampered when you skip a practice period because you are unwilling to devote the time to it that you are asked to give. Do not deceive yourself in this. Unwillingness can be most carefully concealed behind a cloak of situations that you cannot control. Learn to distinguish situations that are poorly suited to your practicing from those that you establish to uphold a camouflage for your unwillingness. Those practice periods that you have lost because you did not want to do them for whatever reason should be done as soon as you have changed your mind about your goal. You are unwilling to cooperate in practicing salvation only if it interferes with goals that you hold more dear. When you withdraw the value given them, allow your practice periods to be replacements for your litanies to them. I'm not very sure on what the word litany means, but it sounds kind of negative. I'm going to have to look that one up. When you withdraw the value given them, allow your practice periods to be replacements for your litanies. So maybe your grievances. I'm thinking litanies is... yeah, we'll look that up. Litanies to them. They gave you nothing, but your practicing can offer everything to you, and so accept their offering and be at peace
Litany, a series of petitions for use in church services or processions, usually recited by the clergy and responded to a recurring formula by the people.
When you withdraw the value given them, allow your practice
How does
to...
it spell? Litany? Yeah, that's what it says. A tedious recital, repetitive series.
Okay. So it's the tedious things, we're replacing them with truth. When we withdraw the value that we give those tedious ego things, that's good. So litany, good. I hadn't reread the review and forgot that I didn't understand that word, so I do now. Thank you, Mica. All right, moving on. The format and offering and be at peace. Can offer everything to you and so accept their offering and be at peace. We're just reading, love.
Oh, I'm sorry.
The format that you should use for these reviews is this. Devote 5 minutes twice a day. Devote 5 minutes twice a day, or longer if you would prefer it, to consider the thoughts that are assigned. So, 5 minutes, so 10 minutes of your 24 hours, devote to truth. Read over the ideas and comments that are written down for each day's exercise, and then begin to think about them while letting your mind relate them to your needs, your seeming problems, and all your concerns. Place the ideas within your mind and let it use them, let the mind use them as it chooses. Give it faith that it will use them wisely, being helped in its decisions by the one who gave the thoughts to you. What can you trust but what is in your mind? Have faith in these reviews. The means the Holy Spirit uses will not fail. The wisdom of your mind will come to your assistance. The wisdom of your mind will come to your assistance. So we're seeking knowledge, but when we go into these spaces of practicing truth, the wisdom of our mind will come to our assistance. We remember. Give direction at the outset, then lean back in quiet faith. And let the mind employ the thoughts that you gave as they were given you for it to use. You have been given them in perfect trust, in perfect confidence that you would use them well, in perfect faith that you would see their messages and use them for yourself. Offer them to your mind in that same trust and confidence and faith. It will not fail. It is the Holy Spirit's chosen means for your salvation. We emphasize the benefits to you if you devote the first 5 minutes of the day to your reviews. 5 minutes. And also give the last 5 minutes of your waking day to these thoughts. If this cannot be done, at least try to divide them so you undertake one in the morning and the other in the hour just before you go to sleep. The exercises to be done throughout the day are equally important and perhaps of even greater value. You have been inclined to practice only at appointed times. And then go on to your way to other things without applying what you learn to them. As a result, you have gained little reinforcement and have not given your learning a fair chance to prove how great are its potential gifts to you. Here is another chance to use it well. In these reviews, we stress the need to let your learning not lie idly by between your longer practice periods. Attempt to give your daily 2 ideas a brief but serious review every hour, every waking hour. Use one on the hour and the other one a half an hour later. You need not give more than just a moment to each one. Repeat it and allow your mind to rest a little time in silence and in peace. Then turn to other things, but try to keep the thought with you and let it serve to help you keep your peace throughout the day as well. So these reviews are designed to do on the hour and every half hour, and as much as you can remember in between. If you are shaken, think of it again. So any moment in your day where you become afraid, anxious for no apparent reason, depression starts to slip in, you get angry with a brother or a sister, he's telling us, if you get shaken, think of that daily lesson, your mantra, your truth for the day, immediately. If you are shaken, think of it again. These practice periods are planned to help you form the habit of applying what you learn each day to every single thing that we do. Everything. If we're love, we can't just keep dabbling with being love sometimes. To truly do this and become the enlightened conscious beings that we are, we have to repeat it over and over again, so it becomes a practice. And then it just becomes what we are. So these practice periods are planned to help you form the habit of applying what you learn each day to everything that you do. Do not repeat the thought and lay it down. Its usefulness is limitless to you, and it is meant to serve you in all ways, all times and places, and whenever you need help of any kind. Try then to take it with you in the business of your day and make it holy. Take it with you in the business of the day and make it holy. So everything that you're thinking, saying, and doing is holy, sacred, divine, truth. Try then, yes, make it holy, worthy of God's Son. Worthy of God's Son. Make it holy, worthy of God's Son, acceptable to God and to yourself. We're wrapping up this review in this last two paragraphs. Each day's review assignments will conclude with a restatement of the thought to use each hour, and the one to be applied on each half hour as well. Forget them not. This second chance with each of these ideas will bring such large advances that we come from these reviews with learning gains so great, we will continue on more solid ground, with firmer footsteps and with stronger faith. So, brothers and sisters, do not forget how little you have learned. Do not forget how little you have learned. Do not forget how much that you can learn now. Do not forget your Father's need of you. Tamsin, do not forget your Father's need of you as you review these thoughts that He gave to you. So that's what you're meant to be doing with these review lessons. And today, lesson 120. So for morning and evening review, we are reviewing lesson 109. I rest in God. I rest in God today and let Him work in me and through me while I rest in Him in quiet and in perfect certainty. So morning and evening review, the first part of your morning and evening review is reviewing lesson 109, I rest in God. Second part of morning and evening review, lesson 110. I am as God created me. I, Tamsin, am God's daughter. Today I lay aside all sick illusions of myself and let my Father tell me who I really am. Second part of morning and evening review, we're reviewing lesson 110. I, Tamsin Karma, I am as God created me. I am as God created me. I am God's daughter. Today I lay aside all my sick illusions of myself and let my Father tell me who I really am. So on the hour, I rest in God. On the half hour, I am as God created me. I rest in God, and I am as God created me. So take that with you, brothers and sisters, and really enjoy lesson 120, reviewing that you rest in God and that you're exactly as God created you. See you on the next one.